This is a very difficult passage. It's very hard to understand. But remember, if you're having trouble understanding the passage, move your focus down to the choices. They're usually easier for us to understand and eliminate. So the first two that I notice are going to be problems are C and D, because they have very strong words that I don't really see going on in the passage. So in choice C, they're talking about the legislature, but that's not the topic of this passage or this paragraph. So I don't know why they're bringing this in. It has nothing to do with the court's decisions or why we should respect them. This just seems to be a kind of random thought that's not really talked about. So that gets rid of that. Now choice D, similar thing, goes too far. It's too strong of a statement. The partisan leaders will overthrow the government if the rulings are ignored. Well, I understand at the end here we're talking about passion, anarchy, and violence, and he does say it'll aim a deadly blow at our whole Republican system if we get rid of the judicial decisions. But basically he's just talking about like the potential danger. This is a hypothetical situation. It's not something that will happen, that they'll be overthrowing the government. It just means that our liberties are going to be at stake if we let the judicial decisions get challenged. So that's way too far from what the passage is saying. Now, what choice B is saying is mentioned in the passage. The courts were established by the people. Well, it does say here in the middle, the courts are the tribunals prescribed by the Constitution and created by the authority of the people. So we have evidence of that for an important purpose. Well, Douglas does go a little bit further and talk about this determining, expounding, and enforcing the law. That's a purpose. Is it important? I guess so. That's why we have the judicial decisions. But that's the thing, is it's a vague enough phrase that it's easier to justify with the lines. Choice A, on the other hand, is also kind of strong in a more subtle way. The people elected the judges to interpret the laws. Well, that phrase elected is not really talked about. It's one thing for them to be created by the authority of the people, but it does not specify that they were elected. So that's a different thing, and that is not justified by the passage. So when you are confused, go to the choices. Usually those are easier to understand and to find the little things that make a difference between a right answer and a trap answer.